It's the glow for me.
Welcome back to my channel, you guys. I am back.
I am so excited to be back. Oh my god, I've been planning this comeback for so long. I know it's been a very long time, but I'm back now. Okay, so basically this video is going to be a get ready with me video. I'm gonna be doing some little soft glam on my face while I talk to you guys about life updates. I really want to talk about a lot of makeup today, so I'm moisturized. I'm just gonna get into the makeup. I know it has been, I don't even know how to do YouTube anymore. Like talking to myself, I need to like literally get in the groove again because it's been so long. So guys, basically I've been away from YouTube for a bunch of different reasons. My skin is not 100%, but I am a little lighter because I'm literally almost always in the house, but we're going to get to that in this video. So yeah, I know during COVID I was still filming a little bit. I actually do have a bunch of videos that I filmed, but I did not post them because some of my equipment had issues. It was basically just a lot. I felt like I was working, so still trying to adjust to my workspace. So for filming, I just felt like I couldn't take on a lot at a time. And for some time, I actually felt guilty about that. I'm just getting to the point where I'm okay with taking a step back and telling myself that you can only do so much, ma'am. You can only do so much. Actually, in Dominica, the lockdown was not horrible because we actually did not get a bunch of cases. Most of the cases that we have here in Dominica are cases of people that travel and they came with it. And I think the government is really doing a good job with containing that because they literally quarantine everybody mandatory. Whether you have negative results or not, they would literally put you. Am I sweating? What is that for me now? Surrounding countries around Dominica have higher COVID cases than Dominica because of the way they are handling the situation. So kudos to the government of Dominica. I feel like they are handling it pretty well. And so our lockdown was not the worst. And we did not have like a second lockdown when other countries surrounding Dominica, like other Caribbean countries, had like a second lockdown because of COVID, increase in COVID cases. We really did not have that. But we still have to like wear our masks and be safe. Obviously, you still have to, but it's not bad, man. It's not bad anymore. It's not that terrible here. If you notice, I'm doing like a completely different routine right now because, to be honest, this is how I've been doing my makeup recently. If you need a detailed tutorial on this, please holla at your girl. Okay. Oh, and right now they are giving out the vaccine. I did apply to get the vaccine though. I just haven't gotten it yet, but I will be getting the vaccine soon. Anyway, that is that about COVID. Despite the fact that in this video I'm blaming everything on COVID, but yeah, that's pretty much it about COVID. I think the worst part for me about the pandemic is the fact that you have to worry about people in other places. Like you have to worry about your family in the States, you have to worry about your family in Nigeria. The fact that you're trying to protect yourself at the same time when I'm on the phone with my mom and my dad and my siblings. I'm like, hope you are wearing your masks, hope you are sanitizing your hand, hope you are washing your hands, hope you are staying safe. I think that is the hardest part about being in a pandemic for me. I think what happened at some point that made me stop filming, I actually do have like a bunch of videos that I filmed. Not a bunch, let me not lie. I have like 2 videos that I filmed and I did not end up posting it because my computer got really bad. And you know how with YouTube you always have to use. At that time, actually, at the time when I really wanted to upload those videos, I really could not upload them with my phone. I wish I could. So I literally filmed the video. I could not really edit it the way I would usually like to edit it because I did not have my computer. But I feel like laziness and procrastination had a lot to do with it. And I was working. I literally have a 9-to-5 job that I am doing. So that's also kind of threw me off a little bit because most times I want to film a video during the day, and when I'm off I have like a bunch of things to do. So sometimes I will schedule to film a video and I'm like, you know what, I also have this to do, I also have this to do. That's basically what happened with those videos that I had filmed. The fact that I was working made my time a little bit limited to do some of the things I wanted to do. Like I would record, I would film, and then I'll look at it, I'll be like, do I really want to put this out there? Really, you guys, fear is from the devil, because when I think back, I should have just posted those videos. They were good videos. I think I was depressed at some point, really, because I want to blame COVID. I really want to blame COVID. But if I'm really being honest about it, there were other issues that I had to deal with in terms of relationships, in terms of friendships, in terms of a lot of stuff. There were other issues I had to deal with, so I did not really put YouTube up there. So another reason why I stayed away was because I was not very comfortable with my filming area. I had a very tiny apartment, guys. It was literally a studio apartment, and for the most part of last year I was actively looking for another apartment to move to. Here in Dominica, after Hurricane Maria, looking for a house was a nightmare, because when you hear that, oh my god, this place is available and it is affordable, before you know it, that same evening I had like 3 or 4 experiences where I found something that I really liked, and that same evening I'm like, oh, I'm ready, I just got off work, let me go look at the place. The landlord is like, oh, someone took it like 2 hours ago. I was not very comfortable with the house I was living in, so that was one of the reasons why I really could not film. My apartment was pretty small, and I just, I made some videos in that house, but I was not just very comfortable filming. The kind of things I had to move around to make a video, you guys will not believe it. Okay, another thing that happened last year that just made me stay away some more, I had to take time off to evaluate a lot of things, was when I lost a friend. Like, that was one of the toughest times of my life. It really just feels different when you lose a young person, someone that is your age mate, someone that you are friends with, and especially when it's not something that you were expecting to happen that soon. My friend was sick for a while, and just for the sake of privacy, I'm not going to mention his name. Only people that are close to me that pretty much know who the person is. So he was sick for a while, and he was in the hospital because of work. That's one of the things I really regretted, because I would always say, oh, I'll come and see you, and I would FaceTime him the times that I could FaceTime him. Another thing with it was with the quarantine and the movement, the limits on movement. I was working, and I worked during the daytime and during the visiting hours, so it was only at night I even had the time. The part I regretted most is the fact that I couldn't find time to go see him in the hospital. I was at home, I was working because I work from home, and I got a call that my friend had passed, and I was in shock because I knew he was still very sick and he was in critical condition. I knew that it was not something, it was just prayers that we had at that point. But in my head, I'm still like, he would recover from it. Like, he's a young person, he would survive it. Like, and we're praying for him, to be honest. We're praying, we're fasting, we're doing all of those for him. So it was just that this shock that ran through my system. I was angry. At first, I had no emotions. I did not cry. I actually did not cry about it for months. I did not cry. My first instinct was to just leave work, because I was in shock, leave work and run to the hospital to meet my friends. Because here in Dominica, we don't have parents, we don't have even when we think we have significant adults, we don't. So I just quickly ran to the hospital and I met my friends there. Since I became an adult, it was one of the first things I've ever had to deal with. I wasn't crying, I wasn't processing any feelings, so trust me, I was not thinking about YouTube. So the only thing we could do was just be a support system to my friends. And fun fact is, we were also organizing a concert. He was one of the founding members of one of my singing groups, the Love Project. So we were organizing a concert, and we are always like, oh, he's going to come and he's going to sing with us. We even had song he had to solo. I couldn't process a lot of things at that time. I had like all that to deal with. I had to be a good friend for my friends, and they had to be a supporting system for me. But thank God for God, you guys. It was tough. I felt like a lot of people were dying. And to be honest, here in 2020, if you don't know anybody that died in 2020, you don't even know the way God blessed you. You don't know the way God blessed you. Like, I was hearing a lot of people dying, and at that point, guys, all I could feel was fear, because I'm like, God, the way people are dying, like, it's probably going to be my turn. Just less than a month after we buried my friend, a classmate of mine also died. I had to deal with feelings of fear, and I lived alone, so it's not like I could really tell anybody. My house was also a tiny apartment, so I could not really tell anybody, come over, come and stay with me. And I lived far from my friends. I work from home, so I was almost always by myself. The only thing that really helped me get through is the kind of people that I surround myself with, to be honest. My friends, we had like a group chat where we would laugh and crack jokes and literally just help each other get through the day, basically. And that is one of the things that helped me out. And my other friends that like checked in every day to make sure I was okay, make sure I was. My mom, oh my goodness, mom checks in on me every blessed day, even until today. I've spoken to my mom today already. Like, my mom, one of the biggest support systems I have, and she was always checking up on me, making sure I'm okay. Like, I even felt guilty that I was feeling bad, because I'm like, this person has family, and it was a lot. It was actually a lot on us, because we are young as well, and we didn't see it coming. And the kind of person he was vibrant, he was charming, he was funny, he was exciting. The kind of person he was, that just made the whole thing really worse. So trying to deal with that just gave me feelings of fear of death, fear of that I was going to die, that something was going to happen to me. I'm young, I'm far from home. That kind of feelings, that's what I still having. So guys, when I finally broke down was when one day I was just home. I got off work, I was just doing whatever I was doing. I still had those feelings of fear and fear of death. I was very careful. I was in my head, I'm like, I could just pour water on the floor and I would sleep and I would hit my head and I would die. Like, it was constantly just there. So when I started processing those feelings was Nigerian time. If you don't know, Nigerian time is like 5 hours ahead of us. So my sister called me. It was around 8 o'clock ish, 8 p.m. here. So that was around 1 p.m. in Nigeria. So it's the middle of the night. My sister called me and she was crying that she's in pain, having cramps, and it's really bad. She doesn't know what to do, and the right side of her stomach is paining. I said, God, that's how my younger sister is going to die. And around that period too was when in Nigeria, if you did not hear of it, was when there was riots due to the police brutality with young guys and things. It was a whole thing, and my sister was in Lagos there where it was heated, so they really could not go out. She was in so much pain, but they were scared due to stray bullets and whatever. They were scared of going out to like take her to the hospital or something. Boy, I wanted to faint. I was crying, I was shaking, I was screaming. I'm like, go to the hospital, nothing will happen to you. You will be fine. You will be fine. And she was like, her stomach. I'm like, God, if this is appendicitis, that means it is an emergency. She has to go to the hospital. She has to take it out. She's like, oh, her right side. It was just cramps though, but I was in tears. That's when I actually broke down about my friend, because the entire time, the funeral, everything, I was at some point I felt I was doing something wrong, because I'll be like, not one drop. I was telling my friend that refused to process his feelings as well. I'm like, you need to process your feelings. You need to process. You need to talk. If you need to talk about it, talk about me. I was not processing nothing. I was just there with my fear. Like, the only feeling I had was fear until the day my sister called me and I thought my sister was going to die. Like, all I felt was that my younger sister was going to die. I was crying, I was shaking, I was screaming. Oh, you will not die in Jesus' name. I was praying, I was screaming. Oh my God, I cried so much that day. I gave myself a headache, and that was when I actually cried and I prayed. I was like, God, you need to take away this fear, because I know you've not given us a spirit of fear. So this fear of death needs to go. God had to do something for me. God had to take away that spirit of fear. It's not like I don't have phases where I still get scared and I fidget a little bit, but I am a little bit, I'm gradually healing. It's not something I can get over completely, but I'm gradually healing. Area I live, right, you have to pass the funeral home to go to my house. So anytime I'm going to town or going to get groceries, going to run errands, I had to pass the funeral home. I'm going to church, anywhere I'm going to, literally, I had to pass the funeral home. And that was, boy, I hated it because it was just a It's not because I never noticed that there was a funeral home there before. It's just that now it hits home. It's personal to me now because my friend was there, right? So guys, if you keep hearing trucks and vehicles, I live close to the road, so sorry. So it was just, that was the worst part for me, the fact that I had to be passing there. So I was reliving that experience every day in my head. Thank God for apartments. So I found another apartment. I moved. I was looking even before the whole thing started, but I found another apartment. I live in a different area right now, so I don't have to see that anymore. I think that will help facilitate the healing process. But yeah, it was a very tough time for my friends and I, and it's something I do not want anybody to ever have to experience. Losing a loved one, not just a loved one that is young. We had so many dreams. Like, he wanted to be the president. Like, he was that kind of a person. He was so intelligent, so funny, so bright. Like, the whole of yesterday, I was still just thinking about it. I'm like, bro, the way death is so final is the part that gets to me, bro. We thank God for Last year was also a year to learn a lot of lessons, shared a lot of unwanted people in your lives. That's what I did. All the people that I felt are adding trauma to my life or not adding as much value, I just basically just see things with a different light and a different perspective. I guess according to my friends, it's part of growing pains. But yeah, I'm seeing things in different lights, different perspectives. It gets tough. Some days are really worse than others, but I still have my good days. I have my bad days, like every freaking person on this planet. But God is faithful, you guys. Hopefully I'm back to YouTube. I'm going to find time to create more content. I still have a day job. I still work my 9 to 5 because I have to, but I have to also look for a very, very healthy ingredients to put in my YouTube and other things I want to do as well. So yes, I'm just excited to be back, okay? I literally just came and I'm already serving you guys natural calls. Red natural calls. Think about it. Think about it. It means something bigger. Bigger things are coming. It means bigger things are coming, okay? Think about it. Think about it. Don't be sleeping on me, bruv. Don't be sleeping on me. I'm literally just living life one day at a time. I moved to a new apartment. I am still trying to decorate, and I was actually going to wait to film a video when I finished decorating and putting my house together, but nah. I am deciding this year is not a year of procrastinating. I decided not to procrastinate, hence the reason why I'm here. Shout out to all my new subscribers that have never seen me before. You guys just started watching my old videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Yes, I'm back and I am putting all that behind me. This year I am being very positive. This is a year of protecting my peace, my sanity, my space, and I'm just growing and evolving and trying to be a better version of me, and I want to take you guys along on that journey with me, okay? Look at that glow though, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Please like, share, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow me on all social media platforms, okay? Follow me on all social media platforms, okay? Let's hang out. Okay, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Do have a good day, and before you go, I have other videos on my channel and I'm sure you want to check it out. If you have not seen it, even if you've seen it, see it again. You are bored, I am bored. Together, let's be bored together. Watch another video, okay? Thank you guys, and until my next video, I will see you guys later.